Good morning from South Louisiana. This is Darla with Real Broker. Y'all, here's a disclaimer. I got a new phone holder. It's a little swivel metal ball on the dash of my car because my teenage son said to me that because I had my initial phone holder on the dash, well, not on the dash, on the windshield, that I could get a ticket because it was in my line of vision. So I took it down, got this metal ball that's sitting on the dashboard of my car, and I absolutely hate it because it keeps swiveling and I'm having to hold it. And so if you have a recommendation for a phone holder that does not allow the phone to shake like crazy when I'm driving down these awful, potholy back roads of South Louisiana, please send me a message or comment below the one that you recommend, because listen, it seems like I've tried them all. All right, but listen, let's talk about selling. I have met with hundreds of sellers since I've been in real estate for 6 years, literally hundreds of sellers, and there's the same misconception among most sellers. Same three misconceptions, I would say. The first one is that lots and lots of sellers believe that they have to have their home appraised before listing it for sale. That is absolutely the furthest thing from the truth. Something to keep in mind with appraisals is that an appraiser is human, first of all, right? He or she will come up with this number, but I guarantee you, if you ask 5 different appraisers on the same day to come out to your home and appraise your home, those 5 different appraisers are coming up with 5 different values of your home. Why? Because it's such a subjective process. They're going to potentially pull different comps. They're going to measure your house differently. They're going to measure the yard differently. They are human. And listen, there's no exact science to it. It's going to be a good, rough number of what they believe the value of your home is on that day. Right? That's all it is. And so, when you list your home and you get it under contract, if the buyer is financing the sale of your house, their bank, their lender, their mortgage company will send out an appraiser. And that appraiser doesn't care what your appraiser says about the value of your home. They do not care. They will do their own independent appraisal of the value of your home, and they will come up with their number. All right? So if you are thinking about selling your home, save your money. You do not need to get it appraised. If you hire a realtor who closes lots and lots of transactions in the area where you are selling your home, they should have the knowledge to pull the comps, which we like to call them, which means the comparables, the things in the area that have sold in the last 6 to 12 months that are most comparable to your particular home setup. And they will come up with a value of your home. Now, every realtor is different. We're all independently licensed. We're all self-contracted, so we all do things a little differently. The way I do it is this. I will ask you as the seller, what do you believe the value of your home is? How much do you need to make on your home? How much do you need in your pocket to move on to your next house? Because I need to know this. Because let's say that I'm looking at your house and I believe the value of it is $200,000, and you say to me, I need to net $275,000 on the sale of this house. Well, listen, then I know that I, number one, need to educate you on how to come up with the value of your home. And number two, if you don't agree with me, then I probably need to leave, right? Because I don't want to waste your time and I don't want to waste my time. All right, so number one, the myth is, as a seller, you need to have it appraised before you list it. Absolutely the furthest thing from the truth. You do not. You, as the seller, need to hire an amazing real estate agent who closes lots and lots and lots of transactions in your area, and trust that they understand the process of getting your house sold for top dollar. Number two, another huge misconception of sellers is that your house needs to be in perfect condition to sell it, that there can be nothing wrong with it. That is the absolute furthest thing from the truth. There is no such thing as a perfect home. None. I don't care if it was built yesterday or built 10 years ago or built 100 years ago. There's no such thing as a perfect home, okay? So as the seller, I'm going to meet with you. We're going to do a walkthrough, and I'm going to say, listen, these are some things that I would recommend that you do to your home before the photographer shows up to take pictures in order to get top dollar for your home. And I guarantee you, it's not going to be some things that I hear other realtors say, like, oh, we had them change out countertops, or we had them repaint rooms, or we had them change out carpet. Listen, I am not one of those realtors that is going to say you need to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on your home to get it sold. That's silly. That is very silly. There is no such thing as too clean of a house, too bright of a house, too decluttered of a house. Those kinds of things cost you time, energy, and effort. Not necessarily a whole lot of money. Now listen, if you have a house and the carpets are about 10 years old and they're dirty, I would absolutely say get those carpets steam cleaned, but I would not say rip them out. So remember, as a seller, if you meet with a real estate agent who tells you that you need to do all these crazy things that are going to cost you tens of thousands of dollars, look for a different realtor, okay? Because listen, we're all different, okay? And you need to meet with one who you jive with. Number three, lots and lots and lots of sellers say, I'm not ready to put my house on the market because it's going to fail inspections. Listen, there's no such thing as passing or failing an inspection. Every single house is going to get flagged by an inspector for things that they say may need to be fixed, may need to be repaired, may need to be replaced, but there's no such thing as pass, fail. There are things that will be flagged, right? All right, so top three things. You do not need an appraisal. You do not need to pay for an appraisal as a seller ahead of time. Absolutely save your money. Number two, you should not have to do all kinds of major renovations or work to your house to get it to hit the market. It cannot be too clean, too decluttered, too bright, airy, and of course it should be odor-free. And number three, you don't pass or fail an inspection. Things will get flagged, that's a guarantee, all right?